All praises to Ahaya, Ashur Ahaya, by Hashem Yeshaya, while we walk. This is Shabar, Israel, and this is part 2 of the wedding supper of the Lamb. I'll be reading from the book of Matthew. In the first video, I received a vision concerning the Son of Man, and he gave me the message that he has now prepared his bride. The Most High Ahaya has shown me that the preparation is sure, that it stands firm, that the time is at hand. And the man that was there, the head of a household, tried to repair a broken clock, but he could not. Time had just simply ran out, and these are the ones that are unrepentant in their sins. So I'll be reading from the book of Matthew, as Yeshaya gave us the parable concerning this issue. And it reads, And Yeshaya answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants and called them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidding, Behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings were killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants, and entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burnt up their cities. Then said he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which are bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and gathered all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with the guests. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how comest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in this talk. That was Matthew 22, 1 through 15. Here Yeshaya is telling you what people are going to be doing in these last days as the marriage of the supper of the Lamb has come upon us, the wedding. He stated that some are going to go to his farm. He's entangled with what he's doing in the world when the time is at hand, or the time has now stopped. Another to his merchandise, selling. So you got buying and selling in the physical. And then the king took some of his servants and treated them spitefully and slew them. This is what you have the other nations coming against the children of Israel. And when Yeshaya heard this, he said, Destroy those murderers. Therefore, woe to the bloody city, Chicago first, and to the murderous Hebrews, to the Hebrew first and to the Gentile. Then he said to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. A lot of Hebrew Israelites are not worthy, to the Hebrew first and to the Gentile, that are in the truth and preaching the damnable doctrines, leading the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, then they both fall into a ditch. So therefore Yeshaya said, Go out to the highways and find and bid them to the marriage, whether they're good or bad. And then the wedding was furnished with the guests. But then the king arrived and said, There was a man there that not have on his garments. What is his garments? The garments of righteousness, the law, statutes, and commandments that the Bible speaks of. And he told them to bind this person in outer darkness, where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. He said, Many are called and few are chosen. And then after that, you have the Pharisees, the one that's sitting in Moses' seat, went to go figure out how, and Laman started to set him up because of what all he had spoken. Yeshua was given a foreshadowing in the last days. So we have to put on righteous garments, as the book of Baruch tells us. Put on the righteous garments, law, statutes, and commandments. Now we have approached the end. The clock has stopped, as the Messiah has told us. The Most High and His Son are on the same clock that is ticking down here on the face of the earth, or shall I say, that has stopped and time has ran out on the Hebrew first and to the Gentiles. You do not want to be like the man here, that when the king came, he had no wedding garments. He had not the light, the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Put on righteousness. If you have not put on righteousness, you will be tossed out of the wedding supper of the Lamb into outer darkness, where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. Simple as that. Therefore Yeshua said, gather them both, the wheat and the tares. But when he began to sift through his crowd, or through his wedding guests, he found out somebody that was a wolf in sheep's clothing. And he tossed them out. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, for I never knew you. Yeshua has bid you to his wedding. There are those who refuse and those who accept this invitation. But now the clock has stopped. There's no more time. Now, a lot of people can run around here and chase that carrot of religion, the RFID chip, the bracelet, the patch now, the tattoo, the cell phone, the barcode. I think I'll accept this wedding invitation that the King has prepared. Those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. Chicago will be the first to fall. Jamestown, Virginia, will be the last standing. Watch therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. And for those who refuse to take part in the tree of life, and to drink from the fountains of living water, let them be unjust still. And the bride said, come, Yeshua, come, thy kingdom come. Amen.